Thank you, Your Worship. I'll definitely be supporting the motion. I know it's kind of late, so I'll try to hurry through my summation here. I'd like to thank David Mouchier and his volunteers for continuing the work that they've been doing to hopefully make this a possibility in our future city and for the county. And certainly, definitely to administration, the mayor, and OC for getting this levy down to 1%. I think that was, something that was very important to, get that number of 2.19 down to 1%. And I know you worked hard to make that happen. I truly rely on administration and trust in them to help us through, tough decisions like tonight and making us understand what we're looking at here. Certainly to Dr. Porter, I don't know if she's still here, but her comments excuse me, reflected how we need a new state-of-the-art facility for research and training, having an updated hospital for that. And to me, that's a good indicator that it's time for a state-of-the-art hospital. Also, as I was thinking, I remember a story from a good friend real quickly. She was a nurse in the Kingston healthcare in the hospitals there a few years ago, and she returned back to Windsor, home where her family is, and applied at Hotel Dieu Grace Hospital for a job. And I remember her telling me that going from a Kingston hospital to our city hospital was like going back to the Stone Age. She was actually depressed of the conditions that, our hospital facilities were in. I remember that story, and just it came to mind. All I want to say is, and I try to articulate it earlier, kind of got out there a little bit, but the future's coming. It's coming. We're looking at generations of our kids, our grandkids, everyone's kids, and if we want to keep sitting in the status quo of where we're at for our hospital facility, we have to look at this as an opportunity for our future generations. And we've seen the presentation. It's going to be a wonderful facility, and we need to be proud of that. And in conclusion, I just want to say, kind of throw out there that in Ward 2, that's my community, that's where I live, that's where I've lived for the better part of my life. We're not poor and disadvantaged. We're not a community as such. So for, the camp group to kind of promote that and use that as something that, could potentially not move this forward, it's a bit insulting. It truly is. And I know the same group, camp, had a meeting in one of our local pubs in Sandwich with their own group, and that's fine in regards to this. And, from that meeting, they qualified themselves to speak on behalf of our community. Well, you don't. You're not our voice, okay? Very, disturbed by that. But in the end, it's a good vision for Windsor and the county, and it's time. So I'll be supporting the motion.